Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new year. Happy New Year to everyone. Hope you've had some nice days, quality time with family, loved ones, wherever you were. I know I did. I had a really nice, relaxing time, lovely celebrations, and yeah, I'm pumped to get started again. Of course, with me I have Roman. How are you doing, Roman?
Hello, I'm doing good. How are you?
Yeah, relaxed, as I said. Excited to get back into the live sessions again. We've got some nice things planned ahead as well. So for now, we will continue with the regular schedule, but we might be doing something more in the near future as well, which I'm pretty excited about. It's going to be really, really helpful. Don't you think?
Yeah, it sounds pretty good. Pretty intriguing.
Yeah, it's going to be. I'll give you a little hint of what it is, but we're formalizing a smart money concept workflow, meaning that it's nice to see these backtests that we're doing, but it's not so much like a step-by-step plan of how you actually execute this in a sort of checklist thingy. So that's what we're going to be working on in the next few weeks, months, and hopefully it will be the start of something great for swing traders. But for today, what have you got planned for me to backtest?
Yeah, so I decided to backtest the TRX chart.
TRX Tron.
Yeah, Tron. Yeah, exactly.
TRX. That's TX, TRX. There we go.
Yeah, and we can start September 1st, 2025.
New backtest. No, 2025, you said, right? September. 1st of September. Okie dokie. Let's go.
It was pretty hard to find a market that we didn't backtest yet.
Yeah, we've done a lot already. Yeah. Let me just clear the drawings because remove drawings like that. Because we don't want to be spoiling ourselves. But yeah, okay. It was hard to find something that we didn't do, but you managed to do it. And I mean, looking at this is a pretty parabolic move if you've ever seen one with, I mean, this was a crazy one. And then, I mean, technically it's not a cup and handle, but this was the cup and handle actually. Nice. You see the big cup, the handle, and boom. There's some truth in chart patterns. We can see that Soda's back. At least we've got two of our regulars because Dimitro's here as well. But obviously Dimitro is a all-tradie. Is part of all-tradie, I should say. So yeah. TRX. Okay, so this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing backtesting. What is backtesting? We're going to be looking back at the market to see how the market performed, applying our strategy and seeing if we could find the entrances and targets and stop losses and make sure that we can get out and profit over a longer period of time. And obviously we're not going to be waiting for that for months. We're going to be doing that within the hour, and hopefully we can get some nice results. So far, we've closed all the backtests in profit, right?
Let me check.
Even though we may have a slight, like one of them was like 0.5% or something.
Yeah, one of them was 0.5% exactly.
But my gut feeling was
23% win rate. Yeah.
That was a bad one. But yeah, I think my gut feeling is saying that we're averaging around 7 or 10% per month, something like that.
Yeah, I can find it for you.
Which is pretty good, I'd say. All right, so we have got
14%, to be honest.
14%. Wow, that's even more than expected. That's crazy.
Well, this one includes the crazy 91% profit on the weekly time frame backtest that we had on Bitcoin.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right. Okay. That might not be a fair thing to include, but okay. So today, what we're going to do, we're going to be doing this we're currently on the weekly, so we need to go to the monthly because we start from the top down. So what we can see is that it reached a new all-time high. It swept this one. I mean, can you even speak of that? Like, it's almost like this target didn't even exist.
Yeah. I mean, this coin is kind of controversial because of the founder of the project. There are some weird speculation about that, but yeah, all we care about is the price action of the chart. So
true. Yep. So we see a nice monthly target right here, which probably, considering that this is the end of the cycle, we wouldn't necessarily make, but okay, we'll just log it anyway. Oh, we have one here as well. Now on the monthly, you could just, if the price is so far away, then this is actually a monthly target because the new month is starting. So a new candle will be formed here. We've got the monthly fair value gap, which is a nice little magnet. For people that have forgotten, what is a fair value gap? It's a gap where you have the high of a previous candle and the low of the next candle don't overlap. Then you get the fair value gap. So yeah, we could apply a high time frame bullish fair value gap like so. We could even say that that is a monthly fair value gap like so. These overlap, so no fair value gap, overlap. So that's all good. So then I suppose that this is the swing low, which we could see as a potential target, but it's quite far away. So we'll mark it down for reference, but we probably won't see it anytime soon on the lower time frames. So yeah, what happened? It created this one. It dipped back into this fair value gap and then continued to go up. So that was a strong move. But apart from that, I don't see anything else relevant. Correct me if I'm wrong.
yeah, I agree with that.
Okay, let's move down. So we're going from the top, we're going down to the weekly. And on the weekly, we see nice balanced candles here. Maybe a fair value gap here, but it's a tiny one. But we can mark it. It's very small. Let's just do it like that for now and like so. Okay. That's the weekly fair value gap. No, actually, I've done this in the wrong order, but it won't show anyway. So we have a nice target here. We've got more weekly fair value gaps. There are quite a few weekly fair value gaps. That's an indication that the price will move down, because all these imbalances should potentially or eventually be touched again. There is this. No, these are balanced, so that's okay. Let's just mark them as weekly. Okay. I'll redo this one later. Anything else I see? I don't see much else. I see, yeah, some liquidity here, but we've got this.
I mean, I think that's pretty much it. Except, yeah, here we had the fair value gap and then the reaction from it.
Yeah.
It's just something to mention, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So this was the fair value gap. It got touched and then moved up.
Well, yeah, actually, so what I noticed, so I've been doing some backtests during the times off. And so when you have these points of interest and then you have this shift on the lower time frame, this is usually becomes like an order block. So this is a pretty solid point of interest as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Well,
I mean,
we've
one,
got the fair value gap here in this case anyway.
yeah, it aligns with the fair value gap as well. But yeah, this is what I would use this for order blocks if I'm ever going to use order blocks for trading. So this would be my definition of the order block.
Okay.
So something that tested the point of interest and then had this shift in the lower time frame. So this is the order block for me.
Yep. Okay. Let's move to the. I mean, we could see an entry here in the fair value gap. By the way, that could be maybe a shift on the lower time frame to go up and take another level. But we don't trade the weekly; we trade the 4 hourly and this backtest. Right? We're doing 4 hourly, right?
Yeah.
So daily, we've got daily fair value gap here. That's the bearish one. And then we have, I mean, this was so small. And there is a daily fair value gap here, which is also very small, but at least, yeah, I think so. There was a target here, which is also getting swept. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we do see double tops here. Or what is it, equal highs?
Yeah, that would be equal highs. It's interesting to see if on the other chart, like on Bitcoin, if we had the sweep at this point or not.
Mm-hmm.
Not really sure. It's something I can check that now.
Can we not add a compare here?
You can, but you cannot like rewind the time forward because there will be some bugs with that.
Oh, okay. We need to fix that then. That would be nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So on the daily, we could say that this was bullish, but we have daily shifts here. Although this would be the shift technically. Yeah, no, daily shift might happen. So we do need to be careful here. This was fair value gap respected, going up. This fair value gap is still open. Fair value gap aligns with the weekly one, so we'll just leave the weekly. Okay. Let's see if we can, because I made this way too big again.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm a bit rusty, I noticed. I haven't been doing this for a few weeks, so all these daily targets. Okay. I think we've got enough now to move to 4 hour.
Yeah, so what is your overall expectation from the market on the daily?
Yeah, on the daily, I was just saying, like, this was bullish, but this looks like there's a shift incoming. So my initial gut feeling would say that we might see something like this and then this and then that. If I look at it now, I mean, yeah, that's what it looks like right now on the daily. But the initial consensus from here was still bullish, and technically it is still in the bullish direction. So if it stays above this, then we might see more highs being taken, and we might see this one. But if it closes below this one, then we definitely have a daily shift, and actually a change of character.
Mm-hmm.
So that would indicate that the market is reversing.
Yeah, I agree.
Look at me. After all these weeks, I can still read a chart. Yeah, so 4 hour, what we can do, we can enable the smart money concept indicator, and we'll change that to 4 hours because that's where we're trading on. Yeah, and that's what we want to see. All right, so what does it look like on the 4 hour? On the 4 hour, I would say this was the I mean, technically the swing low is here, yeah. So 4 hour does not have the change of character yet. However, we do see some bearish momentum here on the shorter term. This is definitely shaping up to be bearish, but obviously if the price just now continues to go up, then we could do that. So technically this was it. This was a nice sweep here, or at least a nice take of this part. Yeah, no, even this tells me that we might see a downward move. But yeah, we'll just have to check. I don't think that there was an entry based on this. I mean, here, this was the lowest point. So yeah, it already had an entry here. Then
You mean for the long?
Yeah, for a long here. That would be the entry. So currently, if we're going long on the 4 hour, because this could be like this is the impulse, this is the correction. But yeah, we'll just wait and see what happens right now. We're fresh into this market, so I mean, technically you could see, yeah, this fair value gap. Do we get a fair value gap entry? Yes, but I think it's too early to enter here. But who knows if there is a shift. So this was the formation of the, was it? Where's the fair value gap formed? Yeah, on that one. I'm just trying to figure out, was the 1600 candle. Yeah, so it is this part. So this is the first one. So that makes for the potential short would mean a shift would be there. Potentially. All right?
If I'm not sure.
If we're going short.
Yeah, so can you go back to the 4 hour time frame?
Yeah.
So yeah, so there is this fair value gap, but
I mean, these are nicer. Hello? I don't hear you.
Hello?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, I accidentally pressed the mute button. So yeah, so what I'm saying is that, so you had this high, but this was just nowhere. So it's not in the point of interest. It's nothing. If you had this reaction within the fair value gap and then it created a new fair value gap, then yeah, then we can use it for opening a short position. But this one just doesn't make sense to me right now.
Okay. Well, let's just move some candles and see what happened. That wouldn't have been a shift anyway. So, yeah. Okay, so we get a potential long option here and a potential short option here. And we're continuing to go up. Okay, now we're in a... So this was it. Then the shift would be here if we're going short because it entered that fair value gap. But I wanted, what was the long? The long was here. So that means that this is the lowest point. That means the shift is here. If we're going long, then shift is here. But I think we're hitting that point where we're going to sweep this part and then go up. But yeah, we'll just see how the market reacts. So we're going to go lower. Okay, so now we're entering a larger fair value gap with a very high shift. Shift is changed. We're just completely ignoring everything. Okay, so this looks like it's going to be that bearish move that I thought it was. Yeah, it was this fair value gap.
Yeah.
But that was on this candle. And then we had this, the shift. So no entry. Okay, we didn't miss anything.
Yeah, well, yeah, you could have argued that somewhere here would be the shift, but yeah, I would not take it. This one. This is like too marginal for me.
No, but that's not a shift. Because oh wait, maybe this one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. No, that's a very risky one. Yeah.
This is like, yeah, this is the gamble.
This would have been the best one. Maybe even this fair value gap, but no, this one not. Okay, so we'll just continue. Okay, nice. This is much cleaner, right? This is more like, okay, we're gonna get to this fair value gap and then continue to move down. But for that, we need to see.
Yeah,
we need to see something, not this. This is kind of difficult.
Yeah, so with this situation also, I had something like this during the backtest. There is sometimes this happens when you don't have the shift, so you don't have the sweep of this recent high, and then you just have nothing to enter, like to base the position on. But what I found is that if you just switch to 1 hour time frame, you can usually find a pretty good point of interest there. So yeah, like here, I would just open a position from this fair value gap most likely. So entry here, stop loss there.
But then the price needs to go there again. Yeah,
but I mean, you have no reason to open the 15-minute shift because you don't have a 15-minute shift. No, but at least you have something on 1 hour.
I mean, 15-minute shift is here, so yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going even further down. So far, no trades, but also so far, no losses. Gotta keep it.
Yeah, that's good.
That was a 4-hour fair value gap that we just completely ignored, but it was a long one anyway, so it doesn't really matter. This one doesn't count because this one was higher.
And so can you switch to 1 hour? Was there an entry that I mentioned?
So this one, yeah, the entry would be
this
here,
one, yeah, it would be the entry.
But take profit wouldn't be there, I think.
Yeah.
Because you would target this part then.
Yeah, true.
So we'll see if we can get into this fair value gap. That would be nice. But let's see, 4 hour. Yeah. I'm struggling with the direction at the moment. At the moment, we're still long on the high market structure. But yeah, short term. Can we get some entries? I don't see any fair value gaps. I see a lot of sideways movements. Maybe we can get some here. This was the fair value gap. This was the entry into the fair value gap. So that means that the swing is here. or shift is here. There. Okay, so technically this could be our first short of the day.
Yeah, let's see.
And what do we target? We will target this nice level here. That's a 4, and we need 1%.
Did you? Yeah, leverage.
1% risk. Yep, we got it. I mean, let's switch to 4 hours. See if there's a closer target. This is a closer target. I don't want to see that. That's a 3. Okay. That was the close. Let's see if we can find the fill. Okay. That's the first one.
Okay, yeah. It's pretty good.
I mean, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, 3.8%. That is pretty good. Wow, they really increased the banner size. Oh, you're not using the ticker. You need to use it as ticker. Although it's not in the way now, it's fine.
I mean, I can make it a ticker.
Yeah, there you go. Takes up less space. Okay, so we've got this nice fair value gap right here. If we can enter that, that would be another short. Okay, well, we're entering it, but we're ignoring it. Although technically it's still fine, but oh, Louis is asking why is my screen so small? Because you're on the mobile version and StreamYard does not really allow us to go full screen. If you switch to if you go to our channel, you can switch to the main live stream and you can turn your mobile phone to landscape mode and you could see it properly. We're streaming live on both shorts and long. Technically there would be an entry if the shift is here, but that's a risky one.
Yeah,
but it's possible. We could try it. We haven't done it in a while, so we could try enter on this shift here.
Oh, so you mean inverse fair value gap?
Inverse fair value gap, exactly. But then what do we normally do? We reduce the risk because it's a riskier trade. And yeah, that's good enough to me. So we get our fill. And as we say, it's a riskier trade. We can't do it. So we'll continue. If we can get into, that's nothing. That's the move. That was
yeah.
But where would be the shift? Shift would be here. So no entry on 50 minutes anyway. By the way, if you were wondering who is Lewis, he's another really great trader. Check out his channel. Search his YouTube. He's also part of the Coin Bureau videos. Really interesting insights that Lewis gives. So also a long time old trader user. So yeah. Shout out to Lewis.
Would you counted this one as a shift?
We normally wouldn't do that, no, because it's the same candle. I have to say these shifts are hard, man. You picked another market that is impossible to enter. It's got all these nice fair value gaps, but then it just moves so quickly. I mean, this might be a market that behaves better on the higher time frames, because on the lower time frames it's just a little bit too neurotic, like I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, maybe we'll need to check that.
This is interesting because this is a high time frame fair value gap, right? That we just
it is daily and weekly, I believe.
Yeah, so we could see a potential, like this move is still on the chart, right? We're still here. I'm still expecting it to go down, to go up there, and then follow down.
Yeah.
Lewis is asking, is this backtesting thing you're doing a new feature in All Trading, or is it something that I've missed? Well, welcome to the club. Yeah, we've been doing this for several months, ever since the backtesting feature came out. I think we launched it somewhere, was it just after summer holidays?
It was somewhere around that.
Yeah. It's an amazing feature, honestly. A game changer if you want to learn a new strategy in a short amount of time. I don't think I could have learned this strategy in all these months without this tool. But yeah, as I was saying, we're entering this high time frame fair value gap, so that means that we could see potential reversal. So yeah, we do need to be mindful of that. So we can continue to short for now, but
I just need a nice liquidity sweep there.
Well, there you have it. Wow, it went to that target immediately. That's is this October 6th? No, it's September 6th. What was that?
No, it's September. Yeah, it's weird.
Well, that's your sweep.
Here's the sweep.
There's the sweep. So okay, so this is kind of invalidated now because it already moved there without going up there, which is fine, of course. The market can do that. We can be wrong. I don't mind. As long as we know that this was gonna, like, we knew that these targets were going to get hit at some point because of all these fair value gaps that you have here on the high time frames. So the market is pulling the price towards those fair value gaps. And we're currently in the monthly fair value gap.
Yeah, but also what I want to say is that this sweep might be the fuel to get to this higher targets that you had before.
Yeah, it could. Indeed, it could be a longer move, so it still could be like that. Because obviously we can't forget that October 6th. I mean, we could buy here and just wait and get our profits, but that wouldn't be fair because we didn't know that. And I'm still trying to put a unbiased opinion on that. Lewis will come back later and watch it on full speed, on 2x speed. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. And yeah, do check it out because even for your channels, this tool is amazing to create content. Okay, there's a short opportunity. There is a short opportunity. If we get a shift. But the shift would be technically here. And although you did say that there was the monthly fair value gap that could bring it to the top. So, yeah, there's that.
Yeah, so if you switch to 4-hour time frame or something like that, something higher time frame. Yeah, so what you can see is that we are not just having like a regular small sweep of liquidity here and there. We haven't lit this massive liquidity sweep and then huge and fast recovery, which shows you the strength of the market. So yeah, I would definitely not open any shorts, especially in this closest fair value gaps.
No, yeah, this is a very strong reaction. So we need to see where it's moving after this.
Yeah, and especially like I would say if you don't have any reaction within this first fair value gap, then I would probably look for long positions from here.
Yeah, because as we've said in previous sessions, that as soon as it hits and even fulfills these high time frame fair value gaps, with a strong reaction, and in this case it was, I mean, you couldn't have it any stronger. There is a high chance that it actually moves to the upward direction now. So yeah, let's see if we can find a nice fair value gap entry. Then that's there. But these shifts are killing me, man. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. That's okay. We go on. It's the same shift, or well, I mean, technically this is it. But okay, we'll set it to that. We'll enter. Why? Because we can, and we don't want to miss out. But it's also a very first entry. Oh my god! It's such a small stop.
That's a good one.
Yeah, but it's because the stop loss is so tight now.
Yeah.
So there's a high probability that this will just go whoop, and then. But then the thing is, this would be nice to show, right? If we can get in like this, or maybe it's going to be a couple of tries before we can get this. I've had it so many times where, and I think we're going to be seeing this. Okay, so we're entering, we're getting the stop loss. This is then like you're like, okay, damn, I wanted to get in. This was such a great thing. 7 risk reward ratio. This is what I want, right? But the trick is, or the thing is, you kind of have to keep going, because otherwise this loss will just be a complete write-off. But obviously this market is still in play. So we get, this is the lowest point. This is the shift part. So we can move it down a little bit further. We don't have the shift yet. Now we do. And now it's a strong reaction as well. So let's hope we can get in. And yeah, this target is still there with a 4, so that's an amazing target. Let's just hope we can get that fill.
Yeah, that's not a 7, but that's something.
And there we go. Right. So if you had said, you know what, I've missed my move, this is not going to happen, it's going to continue to go down. If you then leave the market and you go away, then you miss out on this trade. You miss it. And I can tell you, I've missed plenty of these. And then kicking myself later because the trade was there. The information was there. This was just a sweep to kick you out the market, the last sweep. But you just enter again. The strategy works. It's just, you just gotta have to trust the strategy and continue with it. Now, obviously, we could have targeted this one as well, but we're not going to complain.
Yeah, this one looks like an outlier, so it's really hard to target this one.
Yeah, and also we didn't need to target that to get our what was it, a 4 point what?
4.7 or something.
Yeah. Oop, oop, oop. It said poop. We need to go back here, jump back here.
Missed it.
Yeah. But the good thing is we have a strategy, right? The good thing is about this, and you could say, hey, you're going back in time, but you already saw the move. Yes, I know. However, we're following the strategy. I'm not doing anything that isn't allowed according to the strategy. Okay, now I'm going to have to target this because this is too low. And this will give us a 3. Right? So, yes, I saw the move. Yes, I'm going back. I don't know if it actually reached the target. And I don't know if we're going to get the fill at this level. But we are following the strategy. We have the low point in the fair value gap. We have the shift here. We have a close above the shift. This is the exact entry target. We get our fill. And we get our stop loss. No. We get the move.
It was pretty close, yeah.
And we get our target. right? So yes, I saw this move. Again, I saw this move, but we entered here on the exact correct conditions. And is this something that I could have traded within the time? Yes, I could have. This is still within my daily time, in my daily trading sessions.
It was like 2 hours of time, of buffer time to open the position there.
Yeah, exactly. You could have like plenty of time. So yeah, this is perfectly valid to do. Let's go to 4 hours and see. Okay. So we're targeting this one still, meaning that we're not looking for shorts, but we do see another fair value gap. We do see another fair value gap, and it's the quick dip in the fair value gap. However, this shift is probably too high for us to get. So we do need to see something lower. However, now we're getting into a different one. Yeah, so technically the shift is here. Right, so okay, let's see. Maybe because right now we're very zoomed in, of course. Right? So we could see if there's a target here that would give us anything decent. So the first target here would be this swing high. But this doesn't give us anything. We would need to go here if we're doing my, well, let's switch to 15 minutes. We would need to go back here somewhere, but that move has already happened. So, I mean, okay, I'll leave it in, but I doubt that we're going to see that. I think we're going to get to that target. But who knows?
Was there a new fair value gap, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Jump back here. And this one, oh, wait, we can jump even further back. So this was the creator, I think. Yeah. So
yeah.
Okay, so we don't have, because otherwise we might see this and we might see a stop loss here because we have to do it fairly. But oh no, is this the, which one created it? That's the question. There. Okay, so yeah, it's this one. This one created it. Okay, good.
Yeah.
So this was the first one. It has to be fair. Well, we can leave this one there. Now we can move it there. Stop loss there. Take profit. We could leave it at that target. That's fine. We can move this risk to the correct level. Yeah. Well, I think this is already fine. Right. Yeah, that's the first target. We could target the fair value gap, I suppose, but we don't have to because we're already at 3%. So we're playing it conservative. Okay, so we got our fill and we got our stop loss. All this work for nothing. Meaning the shift would be here. So the same story applies to the previous. Well, actually, the shift is here because this is the candle. But we're there anyway. And in order to hit that target, I assume I will have to jiggle the price a little bit anyway. There. And our take profit can be, yeah, that's good enough. Yeah. Okay. What can we see as entry? This would be the shift, so I'll set it to this one, like so. 3.9. Yeah, it's fine. Let's see if we can get a few.
Why is that a shift?
This one. This is the highest point after the lowest point.
Yeah, well, yeah, I would argue. So yeah, I would say this is a shift.
Yeah, even if that's the shift, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, your entry makes sense for better risk reward ratio.
Yeah, okay. I can increase it a little bit because technically that is a good shift. So anywhere at a 3, this is fine, I suppose.
Yeah, and even like here you have this small fair value gap, like the inverse one. So this could be the entry from there.
Yeah. Okay, I'll just set it to this one then. Because we do want to get filled.
Yeah, and you have risk is too high for some reason.
Okay. Okay. And are we going to get a double before we're going to get... No, we're going to get a fill. Nice. Okay, so we just saw that this is playing out, which is nice, which means that we're going to see, and obviously we know that it's going to happen, but this is just a typical move, right? So this is not something that we do based on the knowledge of this market, because all we do is that we know that at some point all markets crashed at the 6th of October. But this is a typical move. So we do get this fair value gap, but we can go long until it doesn't work out for us. We just have to be a little bit careful, especially when we start ignoring fair value gaps and just blasting through them. Which is like that. When you see 4-hour fair value gaps being ignored the way that we see it now, that's the time. And especially after doing this, right? So this entry of the daily, was it a daily fair value gap?
Yeah, that's daily.
Yeah, daily fair value gap. This is an indicator that we've got to that point, and we're now going to see a downward move. So let's see, maybe we can catch the reversal.
Yeah, you can also like switch to 1 hour and see if you want to combine like daily and 1 hour trade.
Yeah, so daily, this, daily. So then technically the short would be valid already.
This would be the shift.
And the shift would be here, so we could short from there. But I think we can already get to the 4-hour one. On the 15 minutes. Because we don't want to miss it. But if the 1-hour shift is better, then we might want to get it. So let me just get the 1-hour shift in, just so that we know. Yeah, it does sound good, right? Like so. But then what do we target? So then we have to go to a daily one. Oh. Daily. Yeah, this is a whole fair value gap. So I don't know. I don't like the 1-hour one.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'll probably set it to fulfill.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only option that you have.
Okay.
Given the risk reward ratio. And yeah, you can set it to this one, but that's not fair.
No, that's way too far. I mean, we might get stopped out before that, but okay, let's switch to 1 hour.
What risk did you set for this one?
Oh yeah, good question. 1, yeah.
Yeah, we can set it to 2 if you want.
Yeah.
Or
yeah, it's
a high time frame.
High time frame, yeah. Wait, we also have. I mean, technically, we also have. Yeah, we also have it on the 4, so we could enter immediately on the 4. We can do both. See which one does better. I didn't need to make a screenshot. So we could enter immediately, stop loss, because we get a lot better stop loss here like so. Could increase the leverage to 14. No, that's a little bit too much. Damn, this is a target. Ooh. This is a target. And the other one is there. So, wow. Okay. Ooh. 1%, place order. We've entered and we've got the stop loss. Does it matter? No, because we're moving.
Like the other shift as well?
Yeah, because we're still, oh, actually, yeah, I went too fast because this one, this is a shift. Let's move this one down there. Ooh, close, no entry. No entry. We might see the entry, but...
Oh yeah, with this fair value gap that you have, we'll probably have an entry there. We'll most likely come back to retest it.
We're doing a short, not a long. So this is the stop loss. Take profit will be, yeah, take profit will be there then, I suppose. Okay. Come on. Come on. There we go. Oh. Ah.
And yeah, and let's reverse now. Job's done.
Hey?
Yeah, I'm saying job's done. Time to go down. Like,
yeah. But
stop loss hit.
That's the second one. Yeah, this, I would consider this a swing. Just because of these.
Yeah, you can
this
call
is
it
the
like that.
shift. So there is potentially another short opportunity here. On this one.
Yeah, I would also go back to check if that 4-hour fair value gap was fulfilled, like if the candle was closed or not.
It should be because it's removed.
Yeah, but I mean, if it, yeah, can you switch?
This one.
Can you show what's there?
This one.
Yeah, so here, was that just a sweep? Yeah,
just a sweep.
There was no candle close.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's fine.
Stop loss. And what is our 4-hour target now? The closest one that we will get to a 3 would be this low point. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Okay. That's one. That was our 4-hour trade.
Nice.
And again, right? So we were playing with this for this fair value gap, and we got kicked twice, right? But we still ended up with a decent trade.
Yeah.
So it's about following through, continuing with this trade. And do we get another short opportunity? We may. We may. So shift would be on this level. Shift is still the same. Shift is different now. Shift would be higher. That's not a shift. That's still not the shift. Shift is higher. Here. We could potentially see another fair value gap entry right here. Shift is still around this level. Okay, shift is higher. This would be a shift from this one. So there. That's the shift part. That's the stop loss part. And that is a monster trade. If we can get it like this.
Oh, yeah.
If we can get it like that. And wouldn't you know? Are we going to go for a triple? Shift would be here. That's not the shift. That's the shift. That's a long. Got a couple of screenshots that we don't need, but hey ho. Yeah, shift is here. Stop loss is here. A crazy stop loss. But our target would be here for. If this works, Roman, then
yeah, that's quite risky.
Nah, this is gonna hit, right? Oh, yeah, that was bound to happen. But we're not there yet, because
yeah, another shift.
There, another shift. This market really wants us to enter on these riskier. I mean, that was too risky, I suppose. But we already up so much, we can risk it. This would be the first one. I mean, technically, I could. If we target this level, which is fine, then we would need. We don't need that much, I think. What? How am I? Yeah. We don't need that much. Well, there's a nice fair value gap right here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Okay. That was 2 trades. That was the.
That's good. That was the daily one?
The daily and a 4-hour one.
Nice.
And then we still have one going. But this might be the stop loss. That's unfair. All right. Well, anyway, that was not bad. It started to go on a roll at some point. 50,
not bad.
50-50, 14 positions. And 2 weeks. This is 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Not bad.
All right. Well, that's the end of our stream. But wow, it started out slow, but damn, that's a good first start of the year. That is good. Nice. So, what did you think? Did I do okay?
Yeah, I mean, it was amazing. Yeah, and if you zoom out, like switch to the higher time frame, you can see that it pretty much happened exactly what you expected at the beginning, but you expected the sweep of this one,
yeah,
and then go up. But yeah, it went for the lower one. I don't know what happened, but
well, yeah,
but
and
the logic,
I mean,
logic is still the same, right?
If we go there, so the move that we had decided it was going to do was indeed to touch this and then take out these fair value gaps, which is exactly what it's doing.
Yeah.
Right.
And this is like the best feeling that you get when you realize that the logic that you saw, it actually played out exactly. And yeah, that's the moment when you start understanding how the market moves.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, as soon as I saw this parabolic move and then these things, then this started to become more clear to me that this was likely what was going to happen. Obviously, I didn't have it right in the first part, but this move that this was going to go, like my initial move was here to there and then there. But obviously it went lower first and then took out these levels. So yeah, we don't know exactly where it stops. Like this could have been a good moment. You see a lot of support. You see a lot of argument in the price. This could have been the support that it needed, but it wasn't. This was the support that it needed. And that's what I love about this strategy as well, that it's reactive. So we don't care that this didn't happen. We don't care that it happened here. We know that this was bound to happen, or we expected that this was to happen, because we don't know, of course. And we entered our positions based on reactive trading.
Yeah.
So you don't need to predict the markets. You just need to understand where it can go. And then based on the things that you see, the triggers that you get, the shifts, the fair value gap entries, the points of interest, that's when you enter the market based on the exact strategy. And then it doesn't matter if you, like, especially when you're doing these backtests, it doesn't matter if you go back in time because you've missed something. Because when you're backtesting, you're doing it a lot faster. You might miss a candle here or there. And you can just go back, because normally you would have more time. So yeah, that was nice. So tomorrow we will do another market overview, the first time of the year.
Yeah, I think we'll need to plan like something large scale. I don't know, maybe like an annual plan for crypto or something.
Yeah. What do we expect? What is going to happen for 2026? It's going to be interesting to see. So if you want to join that, join us tomorrow, same time, same place, same people. And if you can't make it tomorrow, you can always watch it back later on. And if you want to see me doing some live trades, then tune in on Thursday. On Thursday, it will be 2 hours later, and it will be with Rafa. So yeah, that's the schedule for this week. Also, hit the subscribe button. Make sure that you get notified when we are live. And then we'll see you on the next live session. Thank you, Roman. Thank you, Soda. Thank you, Lewis. Thank you, David and Dimitro for participating in this stream. Thank you, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.